Hey guys, the Penguin Tinkwin here, and I'm here with some Skylanders Spyro's Adventure Minis. These are not from Trap Team because they have the green base plate. They are from a special kind of order off of a bag of like chips that you could get a few years ago. You can't really get them from the chip bag now, but I ordered these off of eBay because I really wanted these guys. And they were about $20. I mean, it's a price I would pay, but I don't know about you guys. But these four we have here: Gil Runt, Trigger Snappy, Terabyte, and Whisper Elf. These guys are all in their own package, never opened before, and I decided I would open them up for you today. So first off, we're going to open up Gil Runt. Gil Runt is basically the same as Gil Grunt, which is one of the starter Skylanders that you get in your game. So let's go ahead and tear open this package. It's some easy plastic that you can easily just rip open. Then it looks like you can just pull open the center here. And here is Gil Runt, and you can see he has like kind of a jetpack, and he just is a really cute little guy, yellow eyes, and he even has his own base plate, so you can actually put him in the game. And he's a water Skylander, and he's one of the minis. And this should just be, oh, here we go. You have a little code. You guys can take that code if you want. Here you go. The code is 647RXNVHCF. You guys can go ahead and have that code. You can pause the video if you wanted to see that. Here it looks like it's just a little instruction manual and safety tips about Skylanders. So, and probably the website. But now let's compare Gil Runt to Gil Grunt. So Gil Grunt is one of the starters, and he's a water type Skylander, and he has his harpoon and his big jetpack. You can see from behind they kind of look the same, and they have yellow eyes. But these guys, you don't actually have to have their bigger character to play these guys. But what you do is you put a character on the portal, and then you put them on the portal, and they're kind of like one of the items, and they will just run around and do some cool flips and tricks. They won't actually attack as their villains. People were kind of saying that it would be like Sparks the Dragonfly, where he would shoot fireballs, but these guys will last forever, unlike Sparks, but they won't fight. But they are a cute kind of guy and minis, and they're just really awesome. So now let's open up Terabyte. Terabyte is the small version of Terrafin, and Terrafin is a land shark kind of guy, and he likes to punch and go underground. But he has the orange kind of dots like Terrafin, and he has a big eye like sharks, and then the gnawing teeth. And he is a earth type, and jewels are on the base plate. Then here you have your instruction sheet, and here is the code for Terabyte if you want to use that on Skylanders.com. I don't really use these codes and go online, but you guys can do that if you want. And then here is Terrafin. This is Terrafin, and this is Terabyte. They're kind of like their brothers, kind of like fist bump, but Terrafin and Terabyte look the same, and they look pretty cool. But again, the minis will not fight, but the big guys will fight. You'll have to get those separately. But now let's move on to Whisper Elf. Whisper Elf is the small version of Stealth Elf. She is a kind of like a elf dro that's like a ninja. And Stealth Elf and Whisper Elf should be the life type. And this package takes a bit more power, so let's just open it from the top. There we go. And then, oh, still need some more opening. There we go. Here is the instruction sheet and code for Whisper Elf. Uh-oh, the code kind of ripped there, but there's the code. And now here is Whisper Elf. It is a life Skylander, and it has leaves as the base plate. But Whisper Elf has blue hair and just walks around like normally and will do a bunch of tricks. And it has big white eyes, which is kind of creepy if you look at it long enough. But Whisper Elf is the small version of Stealth Elf. And Stealth Elf's weapons are knives, and she has long blue hair as well, and she will go invisible. Sadly, Whisper Elf will not. But yeah, these guys, girls actually. Whisper Elf and Stealth Elf are actually girls. But all the other minis are guys. But Whisper Elf has a much bigger head and much bigger ears and much bigger eyes. So, but that's really it about Whisper Elf. So now let's move on to Trigger Snappy. Trigger Snappy is the small version of Trigger Happy. And there we go, that opened up nicely. And here he is. And he is a tech Skylander and tech faceplate. And here you go. Here's the code. You can pause the video if you want to use that. And these are all 4 codes. Trigger Snappy, Whisper Elf, Terabyte, and Gil Runt. You guys can have those codes. And Trigger Snappy has big old ears and yellow eyes, kind of like Gil Runt. But he has this long tongue that's very distinctive about him. And here is Trigger Happy. Trigger Happy uses guns and shoots coins. That's what he shoots out of his guns, but he has a long tongue as well. And he's kind of got some worn out eyes there, but still, Trigger Snappy again has big ears, and yeah. Alright, from all the minis to their bigs, we have Tech, Trigger Snappy, Water, Gil Runt, Earth, Terabyte, and Life, Whisper Elf, sorry. And then we have Trigger Happy, Gil Grunt, Terrafin, and Stealth Elf. So now, let's get some action on the game. I'm sure you guys are surprised by that. But, let's do it. Alright guys, so first off, here we go. This is Skylanders Spyro's Adventure. And if you want to know, I am playing it on the Wii. And my Wii controller. But now, let's put on first Trigger Happy. And now, let's put on Trigger Snappy. Wow! He looks so cute. But now, as you can see, Trigger Snappy's right behind me. And he won't really do much. We'll go to a level soon, but yeah, I'll bring you to a level right now. Alright guys, so we're here in Troll Warehouse, and right in front of me are some enemies. So first off, I'm going to put down Trigger Snappy. There we go. And they even have their own little symbol. But here comes some trolls. But as you can see, Snuggles, get out of my dialogue. But as you can see, trigger snappy doesn't really do anything. He's just flipping around over here and doing cool tricks and stuff. But he doesn't really do much except just play around. And he's a pretty cool, cute little guy, but he doesn't really do much. So let's move on to Whisper Elf. Here we go. Alright, so here we are in Treetop Terrace with Stealth Elf on the portal. But now let's put on Whisper Elf. And she has purplish hair other than Stealth Elf, how she has blue hair. But you can see Whisper Elf is just running around. And here is a corn hornet, so let's battle him. But you can see Whisper Elf doesn't do anything, she just jumps around. And you can destroy the monster yourself. But that's really it about the minis. You can just destroy crates. They don't really do anything except hang around. But now let's go to Terabyte and Terrafin. Alright, here we are in Pirate Seas, which is technically Terrafin's level. And and over there you can see some red chompies. So now let's put on Terabyte, which you all want to see. Here he is. He's a cute little guy. And there he is behind me. You can punch them, but really they just block themselves. And they'll just come back in. See? But now let's go. And you can see Terabyte's like some of these baby sharks that you can summon. But you can see here that he doesn't do anything. Nothing to the chompies. Up here there are some more, which I'll just kill. But you can just destroy his Terrafin yourself, and then Terabyte just hangs around right here, running around. But yeah, now let's move on to Gilrunt. Ring around the rosy. My kitties are fighting. Okay, so here we are in Leviathan Lagoon. I'm playing as Gilrunt here. And now I'm going to put on Gilrunt. There he is. He's such a cute little guy. But now let's move on. And where'd he go? There he is. Okay, so let's make sure he gets into the action. He just runs around as well and kind of jumps around and follows you wherever you go. And then through the sea. And they can go on water as well. And there we go, little guy with the statue. We don't really care about that. But they can go on the sea as well. I see a big monster down there, so I'm going over it. But he doesn't attack anybody else as well. And you have to destroy him yourself. But yeah, that's really it with all the minis. But again, you don't have to have like their big version. Like I'm playing as Gilrunt right now, but you don't have to have like Gilrunt. You don't have to have Gilrunt out to play with Gilrunt. So let me just show you that real quick. You can have like Stealth Elf out with Gilrunt, and it's just the same thing. They just follow you around and they do it whatever you want them to. Well, not really, because they just play around and have a good time. But yeah, this was the Penguin Tinguin. I hope you guys liked this episode, part Skylanders episode and part review episode. And if in the future, if you want more of this, I will surely give it to you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!